Welcome to Vagabond Outdoorsman. Join me today as I fish Cabresto Lake outside of Questa, New Mexico. All right, so this is day 2 into my New Mexico trout challenge. And I was checking online on the app that I use for, searching out trout waters. And it's basically just saying that this area up near Questa is the only area you're really going to find any brook trout. So I went online also, and then I checked out this guy's website, and he did a little video on it. I'll put the link down below for this guy's website and YouTube channel. It's a pretty cool channel so far that I've looked at. Anyhow, I'm going up to Cabresto Lake. It looks like it's a little bit more accessible. As you could see, last night was brutal trying to get into anywhere. So road getting in doesn't look too bad. It is a Forest Service road, so you never know. But the old Xterra will hopefully get me there. All right, so this is the road going up to Cabresto Lake. Dirt road. As usual, if you're trying to get anywhere decent, usually you got to go a little bit more accessible. So far, not too bad. Actually, the entry from the main road was there was a pretty good size berm that you have to get over. But after that, it doesn't seem too bad. It's supposed to be 2 miles up this road, so 2 miles up a dirt road like this could take, I don't know, 30 minutes or so, maybe even longer. So we'll check it out. Decided to get onto some of these fish. The sign back there stated there's no harvest limit on rainbows or browns, which I found pretty interesting. So they must be an invasive species up here. And so I'm looking down at the lake right now, and it's looking pretty low, but it is fall. So what do you expect, right? This is a little view of the lake. And it looks like there was another fly fisherman that's going to be coming up behind me in a few minutes, probably. The other thing that sign actually said was Gila trout. I'm curious. I didn't believe Gila trout. This is not their home waters, that's for sure. But, I don't know, maybe it was a misprint. Not sure. So, we'll see. But, again, I'm heading over. Looks like, oopsie, back over there. That's the headwaters into the lake. So, I'm going to try that first. So, here's a view of Cabresto. That's the dam over there. You can't really see it, but there is a dam. Parking just over there. This is the trail I've been coming in on. It's a pretty easy hike. It is pretty high in elevation, so if you hear me kind of panting a little bit, it is what it is. But that's the it's basically the headwaters coming into the lake. Please like and subscribe to my channel. It greatly helps with the content and with financing these trips. So you might have noticed I've changed the color of my sunglasses. These are blue versus the dark gray because it's a pretty dark day. So the way you do it is you switch out your sunglasses to a lighter color. If you want to see more about that, check out one of my other videos. I kind of go through that about different types of colored lenses. Thanks. So there's fish down there. I can see them, they're moving. They're pretty good size. I mean, that must be 300 feet away. 200 we'll say. But the problem is, I'll zoom out now. That's where they're at, and I get to go down that trail. Oh man, I finally got one. All right, here we go. We're gonna try some more. If you want more information about Cabresto Lake, check out my blog at vagabondoutdoorsman.com. Thank you. Well, the rain's coming down. Wind was picking up. And I was amongst all those branches. These things are called widowmakers for a reason. May not be married, but I got people I'm responsible for. Anyhow, this is well, I got the brook trout, right? And at the end of the day, I was hooking up on a couple more. Couldn't get the camera on the GoPro thingy to be working right, but hopefully you did get to see that underwater coverage of that school of brook trout. So, one more closing remark in a few more minutes. If you've fished Cabresto Lake, please put it down in the comments. I'd like to see what you have to say about it. So here's my takeaway from Cabresto Creek. It was loaded with brooks, the lower section right down by the inlet to the lake. The rest of the creek is really tight, really hard to get into. There were fish in there, but not like they were just there. They're probably in pre-spawn right now. And hopefully you really like that little video that I did with the underwater footage. Now, about the road getting up, you don't need four-wheel drive, but I would highly suggest a high clearance vehicle. It took about 45 minutes to get up only 2.5 miles. So it is pretty rough. A lot of activity with ATVs. Once you get up here though, there is a campground. It's primitive. The cool part is, yes, there's a bathroom. A couple other places.